with our notes, and this is what I'm going to talk about, is our central tendency measures, which mean that you guys are so excited, y'all are going to stop talking to each other and start focusing on class. Cool. So, now, with central tendency, guys, let's say that I'm given the values right up here of 5, 3, 8, cool colors, 2, 0, 1, 8, and 5. And make sure that you have your paper out, your notes and pencil ready, and that you're not reading a book, that your books are shut and put under the desk, and that you're taking notes. You want to make sure you're taking good notes. Yes, sir, Robert. Leo. Sorry, bud. Can you kind of see? Good. And if you have trouble, you can always go back tonight onto my website and find this video. Okay, so here's our set of values, but here's the deal. In life, you're given data a lot of times, and that data it's not organized. It's not listed well. And what you got to do is be able to parse it. Parse is a good word that means what, Peter? It does not mean can I sharpen my pencil, Peter. What parse mean, guys? If you're parsing something that's complex to make it make sense, what does that mean? You're separating, simplifying, chopping it up into smaller pieces. You're taking that complex information and making it less complex. You're taking information that you don't really understand, breaking it up to where, yeah, hey, I can understand this. And that's just a problem-solving skill. You got a lot of information that causes a problem. Break it up and organize it, and then you're not going to have that problem most likely. So yes, you may sharpen your pencil. What we're talking about here is let's organize this. I want to parse it. The way I'm going to parse it here is let's organize it from least to greatest. And when you're dealing with central tendency, you're dealing with values. I've got values here. My central tendency values are, well, one, I'm given the values 5, 3, 8, 2, 0, 1, 8, 5. But my central tendency values are mean, median, mode, and range. All right, so now, like I said before, we're going to take this information and reorganize it. So from least to greatest, it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 8, and 8. Now I'll just cross all these off because I've used all of them. And I should have 8 values down below, just in case I'm not sure. 4 plus 4 is 8. So now I've got a total of, I'm going to change the color up here. I've got a total of, well, I'm going to say this is 8 values. I have 8 values in this list. And that's going to help me later on. So I've got 8 values that are organized now. I've parsed it some. I have said I've got 8 different values in order from least to greatest. That is easier than saying I have 8 jumbled up unlisted values. Because now these don't, well, I guess they're listed, but they make less sense because they're not organized. Make sure that you're taking notes, you're writing good stuff down. So the mean, guys, you all know what the mean is. Well, the mean is taking the sum of all of these values, adding them up, and dividing them by the total number of values. Well, I have 8 values, so it's going to be the sum of this divided by 8. Well, the sum of this has got to be 1, 3, 6, 11, 16 plus 16 is 32. So I've got 32 over 8. 32 over 8 is going to be 4. So to find my median here, guys, is going to be the middle number. Well, I have 8 values, so that means that I have 4 numbers on the left and 4 numbers on the right. So the middle number is going to be right between the 3 and the 5 right here. Mean is, yes, mean is the average value. So you're taking all the numbers and dividing them. So mean, a good way to say this is the average of these values. So I could say, hey, this is the average. What is this single? Okay, I guess that's best just to say the average. Or AVG for short. AVG is short for average, right? Okay. So here, I want to jump down to median and go down to that middle number, but I don't have a middle number here, guys, do I? Because I have an even set of values. I have 4 on the left, and I've got 4 on the right, which means that I don't have the middle number, but I've got to take the collection of the 2 in the middle. I've got to take the flanking numbers, which are 3 and 5. Say, all right, I'm going to actually take these 2 numbers and find their mean. Now I'm going to find their average. So 3 plus 5, the median, is going to be 3 plus 5 over, how many numbers am I adding up here? It's going to be over 2. Well, that's going to equal 8 over 2. Which, Thomas, that equals what? So yeah, I have 4 for this. Well, hey, this is cool. My mean and my median are both the same in this case. But that is not always true. It's not always going to equal the same thing. Median and mean won't always equal the same thing, Gabby. But that just tells me that I can't just find the mean every time and then say, oh, the median's the same thing. That doesn't work that way. So I've got to always calculate it out to be safe and be smart. So the mode here, the way to find the mode is you're going to take the most common or the number that occurs most in the list, and what number occurs or what numbers occur more than once, Johnny?
5, 8.
Yes, you may. So 5 and 8 are my modes. Huh? Wait, what did you say? Did you say you were, huh? Okay. I wasn't picking on you. Just if you have a question, I'd love to help. Okay, so my range, guys, it's another way of calculating central tendency. But the range, really, all I'm doing is I'm taking the largest number, I'm taking the smallest number, and I'm finding the difference. Leo, what is my difference here? What's my range?
8.
Yeah, it equals 8. Cool stuff. So now I've got my measures or my values. My value of my mean, my value for mean is 4. Median is 4. Mode is 5 and 8. And range is 8. Hey guys, let me show you something cool here. We're going to move on just a little bit. And let's say that I am given the values. Let's say that I've got the values 1. No. Let's say this. Let's say I have the values 13, 14, and 15. Write those numbers down. And if I'm given the values 13, 14, 15, what I want you guys to tell me, raise your hand if you think you know this one. 13, 14, and 15. Tell me the mode. Somebody raise your hand so I can call on and tell me the mode. Hunter, what do you think it is?
There's no mode.
Why is there no mode?
Because they all occur the same amount of time.
They all occur the same amount of times. So here I'm going to say, hey, there is no mode. Okay, now let's say that I'm given this set of numbers. Instead of 13, 14, and 15, I'm given the same values twice. And I'm going to ask the same question. Jules, what do you think, kid? No mode because they all occur the same amount of times. And Javier, were you going to say the same thing? Yeah, absolutely. You could say these occur the same amount of times, so there's no mode. However, they occur more than one time. So since all of these values occur more than once, guys, I'm going to just throw something else into this. What if I'm given a 1. Mason, what's up? There are 13, 14, and 15. So what I call this here, it's called, and guys, when I have 13 and 13, why is it 13, 14, and 15 here, Mason?
Because they all occur more than one.
But a second ago, you just took, but, what?
They all occur more times than the number one occurs.
They all occur one time more than the number 1 occurs. However, what's that?
There's no mode.
There is a mode with this.
But they all occur the same amount.
They all occur the same amount of times, but they all occur more than one time.
That mode was the one that occurred.
But these all occur more than one time. There's more than one of that value.
But if there was a mode that was like, there was like 5 2s and there were 4 3s, they'd both be modes.
5 2s and 4 3s, there would be 5 2s, so then that means there is only 2 as the mode.
Johnny, there's 2 of each of them.
There's 2 of each. If this occurred only one time, there would be no mode. But since they occur 2 times, there are 3 modes. And we call this, or this, trimodal. Meaning that, meaning that there are 3 modes, modal. Yes, ma'am.
The one that you just did before this one,
Yes.
you said 13, 13, 14, 14, and 15, 15, and you said that there is no mode, but on this one you're saying that there is no
No, I asked what you guys thought was the answer, and somebody said no mode, and I said, yeah, I could see why you thought that. However, I was leading into, yeah, it's not. There is a mode. It is 13, 14, and 15. So you've got trimodal. Well, guys, what if I was only given this? 14, 14, 15, 15. Okay, so 14 and 14, 15 and 15. Guys, this would be if I had 3 sets of modes. That's trimodal. Who thinks they know what this would be called? What's that, Javier? Yeah, this is going to be bimodal. I have 2 modes. And when I only have 1 mode, you call it mode. Say that again?
If it showed that, you'd say bimodal and like.
You don't have to. It's just a little bit of extra information.
But what if it, what if I gave it a hundred numbers?
Usually in math, once you get past try, a lot of things you can get away with by saying poly, P-O-L-Y. I'll write that up here.
But it's still say bimodal even if there was a bunch more numbers.
No. Like if I had 6, 10, 12, let's say 20 over here, I still have how many modes? 2. I have 2 modes. But let's say I had like 10 modes. Let's say I actually had 10 different modes. You would probably use the word poly. Poly means many. And it gets you away from having to say, yes.
So like if you have 10, 14, 10, 15, and then
You on the test? Yeah. You're not going to really have it. I'm not going to ask you what my modal is. It was just adding some extra knowledge. The value that occurs the most, yeah. Go ahead.
But if there's one that has like occurs more,
Let's talk about that. Good question. I would love to talk more at lunch. But now, yeah, guys, if y'all are ever curious, I don't mind y'all challenging or talking to me, but I just want to make sure that I get these lessons out to you, and that y'all are really understanding it too. And guys, we're going to deal with one more set of values here. Let's just say that I have, I'm going to change our color up. Let's say that I'm given the numbers 9, 6, 91, 0, 5, 7, 6, 8, 8, 7. Let's just do one more 9 here. Before we even get to this, I want to talk about something we call outliers. And let's just say, oh, I don't know. We all decided to have an enchilada eating contest. Good stuff, right? Good stuff. With hot sauce. With hot sauce. And lo and behold, Iris, for some reason, loves enchiladas and she loves hot sauce. And she is actually like the world champion of enchilada hot sauce eating contest. She trains for this year round. So we're all sitting down around the table, ready to chow down when the buzzer goes off. We're timing ourselves. The stopwatch goes, the gun's fired, and we're all racing. And within 5 minutes, since the hot sauce is so hot, and the enchiladas are so big, all of us, the whole class, except for Iris, all of us, we only get through like maybe five these enchiladas. And we think we've done a great job. And then we look over at Iris, and Iris is eating 100 enchiladas with hot sauce because she is trained year-round. She really knows how to do it. You would think it is, but Iris just did it. So she did it. But what we have is something. What we have is, guys, if we didn't have Iris in the group, and we took our mean of eating 5 enchiladas, what would our average be? 5. It would be 5. And if we calculated it out, we would add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And let's just say we have about 20 people, right, in our group. It would be 5 plus 5. Divided by 20. And we'd still come out with the average of Grayson. However, let's put Iris in the mix. We're going to say 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 20 times, and then we're going to add 100 because of Iris. And instead of dividing by 20, we divide by 21. Iris is an outlier. Her value is so much further away, or call it skewed, or just distant from the average value. So we call her an outlier. She's outstanding. She's not with the group. She's noticeable. If someone were to say, point out a person who can eat 5 enchiladas, it might be easy to point to the group, but she will stand out of the group because we know that she eats 100 enchiladas. So back on track. Sometimes, because her value will throw our mean off. Her value of eating enchiladas will throw our 5 enchilada value average off. And sometimes we don't want that to happen. So what you're going to want to do is possibly get rid of the outlier. No, I'm not talking about keeping them in class. We're beating your teacher and classmates. What I'm talking about is just keeping you out of the data set. Okay? So I won't call any of my friends over in Las Vegas to dig a hole in the desert. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right, Iris. But what I am saying here is that maybe for our data set average, it's safe not to have her in the set. And we're going to look at this value here. The first thing I want y'all to do is locate the outlier. Yes, Abby? Yeah, say it. Absolutely. So our outlier here is 91, right there. We can, but let's take a look at why, okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create the world's most awesome box, freehand. That is awesome. Okay, now what I'm going to do here, I'll just make a little column, and then make 2 larger columns. And I'll use my excellent artist hand. I'm going to get real artsy here and go all the way up to the right. I'm going to make the straightest lines I can using my own hand and no tools. Okay, so from here, I'm going to label my mean, my median. I'm just going to do MED for short, and mode. Now let's change colors. And what I want to do first is say, hey, this is with the outlier. That W with the slash means with. And this one's without the outlier. This is going to be a W with a slash and an O. That means without the outlier. So the first, yes, sir. Yes. Bring one back with you, man. Okay. So the mean. Let's find the mean here. If I added all of these up, probably get something close to like 156. But let's find out. Okay, so we got our values here. Let me add 9 plus 6 plus 91. What's up, Grace?
Well, you see what
I don't want one. I'm saying take one back with you. Silly goose. 5 plus 7 plus 6.
But you said 57.
Did I? Thank you. Is there a plus sign in between those? No, do it. So 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8. What? Did I put 5 twice? Plus 8 plus 8. Am I missing any numbers, or do I just need to delete the 5?
Plus 7, 9.
Guys, you're talking way too much. You're not making things clear, and you're confusing Mr. Gillespie. All I want to know is, what do I need to delete? Is there 2 5s in our list? Then why would there be 2 5s on the calculator, crazy? Okay, you got it? 156. Pretty good guess, don't you think, Johnny? Okay, so got 156 as my sum of these values, and I'm going to divide them by what? But I don't know how many there are, so can you tell me?
10.
Yeah, so that's going to be about 15.6. I'll just show you on the calculator since I got it there. Uh-oh, what happened there? 156.
Divided by 15. Divided by 10.
Johnny, you are a genius.
It would be 146.
Let's turn it into 10. No, let's not do that. So 156.
You divided the last answer.
I know what I did.
What is your 10?
You guys should stop talking and just focus. I'm going to show y'all 156 divided by 10 equals 15.6. So divide by 10 equals 15.6. Cool. So let's go down to the mode. Well, to find the mode, guys, what do I have to do to this list? What has to happen to that list so I can find the mode? Who said that? Cooper, in a minute, remind me to give you candy. I've got to put this in order from least to greatest. So I got 5, 6, 6, 7. I'm just going to cross these out now. Nope. I just did it just because I had it. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 91. And like Johnny said, I have 10 different values here. So this has total 10 values. So now to find the mode, I want to go and count the middle number. Let's go find that middle number. But hey guys, whenever I'm dealing with even values, sets that are even, I'm always going to end up with the value that's in the middle. It's between both sets. Heads up. And I can't find that middle number, so what I have to do is take the mean of 7 and 8, or the two flanking numbers. What are they? What's that? They are 2 9. So look here. 2, 4. Then I have 91 and 9. 2 and 4. Do you see how within here I've got 4, right? 4 values here. I've also got 4 values here, right? So that means that I have 2 middle numbers, 7 and 8. So now these values, that's a good thought though, dude. 7 plus 8 is what, John? Austin? 15. Divided by how many? Divide by 2. Their mean equals what, Austin? Who said that? Austin, did you? I can't hear you, buddy. You got to speak up. So it's 7.5, okay? 7.5. So, hey, guys, look here. The mean and the mode already, when the outlier is included, man, these two values are pretty skewed. They're not that close together, are they? So what this is telling me, what this mean is telling me right here, is that the average enchilada eaten is 15.6. Did most of us eat 15.6 enchiladas? No. Most of us ate 5. In fact, all of us but Iris ate 5. But her value, well, I guess we're dealing with different values up top, but similar would happen. But her value really throws, the outlier really throws the mean off sometimes. So let's see what happens when the mode would actually be 6. It would be 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the mode is 6, 7, 8, and 9, and it's the same for both, even without the outlier. The mode's the same. But hey, guys, let's look over at what the mean is without the outlier, okay? So now what we're going to do here is say, all right, I'm going to take this list, and all I'm going to do is get rid of the outlier, get rid of this value here. So I'm going to take 156 and subtract 91 from it. Well, that's going to give me about, 65. So now I'm going to take my calculator and divide 65 by what value? If I'm getting rid of the outlier, what value am I going to, how do I find the average or the mean here? All of these but the outlier equals 65 when you add them together. So how do I find the outlier there? Javier? How do I find the outlier here? Huh? Not how do I find the outlier, how do I find the average here? Well, what's the total amount? I've taken the outlier out of the list. Huh? Not 20, because look, our list is up on the screen there, from left to right, 5 to 9. How many values am I dealing with? Yes, sir. Go for it. It would be 9, not 11, because I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get rid of 91. So it's divided by 9. I've got 65. Oh, my calculator timed out. Let me get a new one. Anybody want to do the math in their head?
What is it?
65 divided by 9. See if you can beat me. I'm pulling the calculator up right now. Raise your hand if you've got it. Man, I keep messing up on this thing. Peter, what do you think, man?
72.2 repeating.
65 divided by 9. I think you did 650 divided by 9, but
Oh,
so it is 7, what, Grayson?
I got 7.2.
7.2. You said 72? All right. You maybe forgot the decimal, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's what it was. So it's 7.2. So now, hey guys, look at our average without the outlier. And now let's find out what the median is without the outlier. So I'm crossing out the outlier here. I'm not dealing with it. Well, now I have a middle number. The middle number, whenever you're dealing with an odd set of values, you're always going to end up with a middle number. You never have to find, so I'm just saying odd here. And let's hide the other stuff off the screen. So look at my sets of value. I'm always going to have a middle number. My middle number is going to be this 7. So 2, 4, on both sides, 2, 4. My middle number is 7. So my median is 7. Guys, which set of data would you want to use to represent the average? Especially when comparison to the average of the group. Which one makes more sense? What's that, Cooper? Cooper, why do you say that? It makes more. Give me an example of how it would make more sense. You can even use enchiladas if you want to. That's okay. Let's think. Can somebody do it? You think you can do it?
Like, because everybody for the enchilada one, everybody gets 5, and then one person gets 100, and it kind of makes it seem like everyone is better than the other.
Sure. And in this case, we didn't eat 5 enchiladas. We ate, well, 9 and 6 and 7, but one person ate 91, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, most people ate less than 10 enchiladas, except for one guy or girl ate 91 enchiladas. So if we include the outlier, it makes it sound like everybody ate 15 enchiladas average. That was a clip. You know, most people were under 10. Doesn't make sense. So why would it be smarter to use the without the outlier, Peter? Makes everyone look like they ate more if they included the outlier. That is for your answer earlier. That is for helping out. Good work.
Can I get one? For giving you all the answers and helping you with the calculator.
Sure. Start. Johnny, you owe half those to Jules.
What?
You owe half of them to Jules for laughing, 1. 2, not helping her and saying, heads up, and 3, making Mr. Gillespie hit her in the head. Jules, you okay, kiddo?
Now you don't get it.
That was a bad pass. Hey, Johnny, more importantly, don't be upset because Sharon is
Sharon is virtual.
Yes, sir.
Sharon would be right. Sharon would be all
Yeah, Sharon, take that spot. I'll give you a bunch to pick them up. What's up? Any more questions? You may start tonight's homework. You may start tonight's homework. Hey, thank you guys. That was a pretty cool one, wasn't it? Hey, great but not great Johnny. You want to, we'll get to work on that problem there?